I am a diseased individual right now. A cold has spread through my body and I feel like doo-doo. So I wanted to ignore my minor inconvenience and tell you about the majorest inconvenience I have ever had. I was in speech sophomore year. I won't be next year because I'm quitting, but I wanted to finish my first and last year strong. Our team was pretty strict on not coming to tournaments anyway, so I couldn't really just not go, no matter what. Even if a relative passed, our main coach would be pretty disappointed. So I was sounding like death, looking like death, and feeling like death. But I hopped on the bus and went. Our speech team lived outside of a normal tournament territory, so we rode a bus, spent the night, woke up early, did speech, and then got to go home. The worst I usually felt were my heart palpitations before rounds, but I was getting ready for bed anyways because I was getting better at dealing with my anxiety. But that night, I struggled to sleep thoroughly. I woke up about 4 times, went to get water from the bathroom sink, and tried to lay back down. But every time I would lay down, it felt like my lungs were caving in. Aww. So, because I was so sickly, my boogers would go down to my lungs instead of my head, where they usually go. So I had a bunch of boogers in my chest, and laying down made my chest want to explode. So I slept sitting up against a pillow with my jacket as a blanket in the corner. I woke up and got dressed. I couldn't move too much without my body screaming for that sweet release. I followed my team downstairs and told one of the coaches that I wanted to die. So he let me know I could pass on this tournament, but I was already there. The coaches already knew I was sick before getting to the bus to go to the tournament, so why would you let me be a free bird right before the tournament? I declined because I was literally in my suit. I slept in this hotel, and I finally memorized my entire piece. My friend and I were making our way through the school we were visiting for the tournament when we ran into some people in the same category as us. Poetry. I said nothing, because I don't like people that early. Yeah, I'm getting over a cold, so I really hope I don't sound too bad. Oh, dude, welcome aboard. Oh my god. Never mind, I think I'm fine. We have 3 rounds of 4 to 6 kids in each room, each doing a 10-minute poetry piece. After our 3 rounds, final round, and award ceremony, we got to go home. On the way, our judges' opinions of how we did were revealed. The only one I can properly remember that day is the one that said, "Is she sick? I couldn't pay attention because of her voice." And it might sound like I'm focusing purely on the negatives of this day, but to be honest, there weren't many positives. I didn't enjoy this activity anymore. My anxiety was the worst it's ever been, and I began hating my own effort. I forced that day to have positives so I could get through it and make my team proud. But I just ended my day very sad, because I showed up to show her my poetry piece after rehearsing for hours, practicing my blocking, and not messing up at all, just to be told my sick voice was too distracting. So I quit. Yippee! That's the worst sickness I've ever had, and the situation made it 10 times worse. If you want to, you could totally comment your sick experiences, or if you've ever been in speech, feel free to complain in my comments about it. Take care of yourselves, please. You matter more than a school activity. Your health is important. Okay, now subscribe.